I'm super excited to see you all here, and super excited because what we are going to launch today, it would not have been possible without your support, trust and guidance. What we are going to talk about is it's been a year we have been brainstorming, doing our homework that what AI can be or what AI really mean for education. So in next couple of minutes, we'll try to share what we kind of crafted, what we learned, and would love to understand your perspective and view on that. So we are talking from perspective of automation to autonomy. What I mean is from a time when we gave platform to people which used to automate their task to bring efficiency to the time now where we are talking about autonomy, which means a system which can not only automate but can really learn and think and can execute a task with or without human, right? So, but before I get into that, maybe let me take a step back and talk about how education evolved over last 3 decades, and then maybe we'll chat upon the context of AI here, right? So 3 decades back, things used to be offline, not only enrollment, but teaching to record punching to everything. It moved to digitization where Zoom happened, ERP happened, LMS happened, where we got some sort of tools to automate some sort of processes to capture the data, right? And then it came to personalization, where a company like us came in picture, empowered institution and the companies to not only kind of automate but personalize and scale it at mass level. The LMS from a standalone platform moved and adapted student learning curve, right? Things evolved over a period of time. To now we are talking about a predictive systems. Imagine a system where your system can detect a drop-off even before it happens. Imagine a system where it can nudge a student even before they kind of raise their hand for help and so on. But these predictions typically are not going to be just helpful unless we convert them into action. And that is where we are thinking and we are hoping that the game is changed through AI. But the way education evolved over 3 decades, AI also evolved over a decade, right? Yes, over a decade is what I'm saying. Because fundamentally the layer 1 traditional AI, right, which used to be very developer centric. We might have heard of ML, deep learning, all these things used to be happen in the past and in the market for over a decade. It's just that while we were using it, we never realized it, right? Fundamentally, for example, we all use Google Maps. That's the outcome of some sort of traditional AI. Or recommendation engine on the Netflix is some sort of traditional AI, which is about processing of billions of data and then generating some kind of result. But the game changed almost 3 years back. We all know when the Gen AI happened, because we all got a tool in our pockets. And then we realized it's just not about processing the data. It's about creating image, creating a video, creating a content. And that's where, and then more importantly, just not about creating a tool which is actually non-judgmental in nature, right? I'm sure, right? Even I do a lot brainstorming with some sort of tools and without any kind of hesitation, because I know that no one is judging me. I can ask as silly as question possible. And from a student to a leader to everyone in the room, I'm sure we all have seen the impact of it. And this is just not about the noise, but we have seen the real use case of it, right? To now we are talking about an era where it's a step further, Agentic AI. What really Agentic AI means in layman language is just not about creating a content or the image or the video, but building some sort of assistant which learns from your data, understand your data and can execute jobs or the task with you or without you, right? That's the kind of autonomy which we are talking about in an Agentic AI world. So with that kind of learning, we end up brainstorming almost a year back that what really Agentic AI can do for education space per se. So in that context, we tried looking into, okay, let's start with the enrollment maybe, because that's where we have been in the market from last 7.5 years. We have learned with the 1,000+ institutions, analyzed tons of data. You have guided us to know your processes and so on. So we tried mapping, okay, in the enrollment processes, We have a different stakeholder and everyone do their own set of jobs, from your student to counselor to marketeer to finance to leaders, everyone, right? And we do all sort of works, right, to stitch this enrollment journey. We started looking into that. We started trying to see what future can be with the agentic AI in education space. So we tried capturing our thoughts in some sort of videos.
In a world of forms and friction, students expect instant answers delivered intuitively. Today's learners don't sift, they skip. And every moment of uncertainty becomes a moment of drop-off. But what if they didn't have to figure it out because their assistant already had? Meet Irv. He's not refreshing pages or scanning PDFs. He just asks. Deadlines clarified. Doubts resolved. When affordability becomes a barrier, he doesn't fall through the cracks. He gets scholarships, payment plans, a simple explanation ready in Hindi for his parents. And behind every confident student is someone who never had to ask. Meet Maya. She's not chasing leads. She's not digging through dashboards. She types a name. And everything she needs appears. Progress summaries, nudges sent. Smart suggestions. Even feedback on how that last call went. With personalized coaching on how to improve. Every touch point tracked, every action aligned, every outcome closer. Across campus, another conversation begins. This time in the marketing war room. The data looks fine, but the form fills go nowhere. One team member asks, why aren't inquiries converting? The answer isn't just diagnostic. It's dynamic. A campaign suggestion, a strategy nudge. A multi-step journey across channels, auto-personalized for the UG pipeline, with enrollment logic built right in. And with a single click, the campaign launches itself. Different teams, different goals, same way of asking, same calm, intelligent presence behind every screen. And all that remains is one interface, waiting for whatever comes next.
Thank you. So we are really not just imagining it. We are making it possible. We are in fact working on these. And in fact, there are a lot of products which are already live on pilot stage with some of our partner institutions. Will talk about that. So we set out to make this real. And with that, we are introducing what really agentic AI can be for education. And it got a name, it got a voice, it got a character. Because when we started thinking about agentic AI, we thought it had to be really personal, right? It's going to be sort of assistant for every individual people in the different team, be it admission or the marketing or finance to leadership, right? So we tried thinking, okay, an assistant or an agent who can work along with me, maybe with autonomy or may not be with autonomy, but it's going to be something personal for me, empowering me for my enrollment. So with that, we are introducing our AI vision of Meritto.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello everyone, what's up? Very nice to meet you.
So that's super cool. That's Mio for you. So you will see a whole set of new product line under Meritto starting today. We are going to talk about with that. The booth is also going to be open where you can try your hand on the live product which we got under Mio. So as I explained, Mio is just deeply connected with our feeling and emotion. And then when we were trying to figure out what should be the name of the product line which we are going to launch about, this is where we end up naming it, right? So it means something personal, which is going to be your product, which know your context, which know your university or institute or organization context, where you can freely do your job, be it admission or marketing or whatever team you are talking about. So as I explained, we are just not imagining. It's going to happen. It's real, right? So meet Mio AI for the students. This is a pilot product running behind the scene. We have been experimenting with one of our partner university. If I may request Rahul from Lovely. Yeah, you there. So Rahul from Lovely Professional University, we requested him to come down and maybe let's hear from him what he experienced with us in last 3-4 months when we are piloting. And this product is live, by the way, on Lovely Professional University website, which is one of our partners from last 5 years. So Rahul, why don't you come on stage and you need mic? Maybe you share your experience. So Rahul is one of the core part of communication team at Lovely Professional University, got 8-10 years work ex at Lovely only. And he's the guy who is helping us to train, put up, understand the nitty-gritty of university and then piloting this product. So please, over to you.
Thank you, Naveen sir. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to clear there are 3 things. Like we are understanding the difference between the open AI. This one is, we can call it a close AI, not open AI, right? And one is a bot thing, right? So earlier there's a bot. You put a if-else logic, like if the student asks this question, answer this. If a student asks this question, answer this. That's a ladder kind of process. So as a very progressive university we are, and we are mostly focused on technology. And our current target audience, if we talk about target audience as a marketing perspective, it's a Gen Z, right? They are not active in the morning time. They are mostly active in the evening time. So when we run our campaigns, what we observe is when we send mails, SMS, WhatsApp, the return is not that good, the open percentage or click percentage. But when we send it in the evening, the response is much better. But you can't ask your team to active on 24/7. So there, the main role came of this AI. We started exploring like around 20 plus AI vendors, right? So international as well, national as well, who are providing the AI agencies or AI services. So what major problem was, when you put an AI in front, student asks questions, they learn from questions and they start answering. The main purpose of AI is just to answer anything. They're not restrictive that, like, let's say if they ask where is the Taj Mahal in Delhi, they will answer it. Their Taj Mahal is located in this place. But if you say whether it is actually in Delhi, then it will again answer differently. So first, the main important thing which is needed for AI is the knowledge base, or you can call it as a brain. The Agentic AI is just a child, right? It's a child with a blank brain. Whatever you can write, it will answer that. So we started training this AI, training the brain, and we have uploaded around 300 plus documents as a brain. It also crawls your website. So first thing, you have to train your website as well. Like if Agentic AI goes into the website and it crawls all the information. If the information is correct in a structured way, it will crawl everything and answer as a human. So this Agentic AI is just a premier, you can say a premier teammate which never gets tired. So right now, when we started like 2 months back, we have around 30 to 40% accuracy. But within 2 months after learning, we are getting 80% plus accuracy. So 20,000 plus conversations we have till date, and we are hoping it will go better. So anything else, sir?
No, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Rahul. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah. So, like the way Rahul explained, right? So, we decided to experiment, of course, because one of key partner who understand technology, who was committed to invest in the AI, sort of, it's just not about we launching a product, but also understanding the boundary and guardrails of the AI, right? So, setting a right expectation, we started with Lovely, and actually these are the real screens. We took permission from Lovely whether we can show the real screen or not. Yesterday evening we took a snapshot. So it shows around 20,000 students already chatted in last 2 months, around 17,000 unique students, and with an average of 4 question answer with each student. So roughly 80,000 questions been answered already in last 2.5 months. Of course, when we started, the accuracy was 30%. When we say accuracy, 70% was getting bounced because the brain was not trained, and we end up training more and more and more. Training here means more you feed to the brain in terms of content and knowledge, it will be able to kind of answer better. Today, it's 82%, which means around 70-18% questions are still not answered. And when we are looking into the questions, we typically spend, even I spend 2-3 hours daily reading the kind of questions being asked by the students. It is even surprising for even the LPU team, because over the counselor there was a limitation what a student can ask, in what tone. But when they are getting an AI tool in their hand, we are not even believing what really students are asking, and that is where we are kind of learning, defining. The imagine power of this tool when you are training a sport resource or individual team member. They have their own limitation in terms of time, knowledge, language, and ability to look into the documents, figure out, and the TET and so on. But with the brain and the AI sport agent which we have launched, no more, right? Already it's answering with the 80% accuracy, around 85% of questions within 2 months. Imagine after 6 months, imagine after 9 months, imagine the next year. So it's getting more and more and more powered with every single day. With that, we are announcing Mio AI open for select customer starting today. You can try your hands at booth. You can chat openly on the Lovely registration website. You can register and of course start chatting it up. No more raising tickets, no more calling customer support guy to understand how to change your list age or what is going to be your limit of something and how to configure WhatsApp to SMS. We heard it, right? We understand the kind of pain you guys have when you have to dial a customer support guy or raising a tickets. But with that, we are hoping with the Mio Assist, of course, it's going to be trained over a period of time. If you have any question, just chat. As simple as that. You want to know how to create a marketing automation, ping it. You want to know how to change configuration, just ping it. Or you want to know what exactly we are launching, you just ping it, right? And you will be able to get answer on your screen. It's going to be live starting Monday, Tuesday. For all our customers, it's a free product. And we are hoping that with that, your training and empowerment is going to be much, much faster. Behind the scenes, so this is kind of high-level view of sort of tech stuff, which maybe Narendra might explain what it really means without giving a much of tech gyan, but in a general human language.
So hello everyone. So I'm very excited to walk you through how we are building the future of intelligence. Now gone are days when we were using traditional AI-based chatbots or co-pilots for that matter. Now we are already into Agentic AI system era, right? So I will quickly walk you through this architecture diagram, and I'll explain how our Agentic AI works at the back end, right? So right at the center of this architecture diagram, you can see here is our Mio agent, right? And now user comes to any platform where our agent is enabled, then user can ask any question to our Mio agent. So in a way, a user is directly interacting with our Mio agent. And at the back end, Mio agent is interacting with our orchestration layer. So what orchestration layer is? I'll be less technical just to keep the interest of the audience alive, right? So what orchestration layer is, you can say it as a control center of Mio, where Mio is thinking and analyzing how to give a response to end user for that query. Now, as a user, I can ask anything, right? So I'll take an example. Suppose a user asks my course fee, right? So in this 3-word query, there are 2 problems which we are solving. One is, for which course he is talking about is unclear, whether it is MBA or BTech or what it is. And the second problem is, okay. And the second problem is, course can be termed as program, it can be termed as curriculum as well, right? So what we are doing in the orchestration layer, we are enhancing the query. Now that 2 or 3-word query is converted into a meaningful sentence, which our AI brain can understand and give a better response. Now that 3-word query will be converted in a better sentence. I'll tell you an example. For that, my course fee will be converted as, I want to know about my MBA course fee at XYZ University. So that's a very well drafted question. So this is what we are doing in the orchestration layer, apart from many other technical things. I will not go into that details. And then, okay. So then, because the flow is connected. Okay. So yeah. So from where we are getting that MBA course, whether in which course that user is has applied in. So we have connected our Meritto platform with the orchestration layer, from where we are getting the personalized information about that user, right? And then this orchestration layer interacts with our AI brain. Now how this AI brain knowledge is being developed. So we are fetching data from all the sources which is mentioned here. It can be any web portal, it can be any document, be it PDFs, documents, doc files, XLS or whatever it is. And we are already parsing or crawling structured data and unstructured data. On top of that, we have provided push Q&A feature as well, where you can punch any customized information just to feed and enrich the overall knowledge of that AI brain, right? And then all that data which is being crawled comes into this layer where we are processing. What I mean by processing is, because that's a lot of data that is coming in from all the sources, so we are removing all the garbage and the noise from the data. And we are finally getting the data which is meaningful for the brain. And of course, because it's embedding, so we are keeping the semantic meaning of all the data, and we are breaking the whole lot of text into a meaningful chunks, right? And then eventually we are saving the complete meaningful data in the form of chunks in our AI brain, which is our vector store, right? And then the question or query which is being asked by the user, the data which we got from the AI brain comes back to the orchestration layer. We have written some business logic there, and then it returns back to the Mio agent, and then the whole data goes back to the LLM. So we are already supporting many LLMs as per the use case, right? And the LLM gets all the data and it converts that data into a human readable format, and it returns back to the end user. This is the overall flow of our agentic AI, right? And then on top of that, we have built some function call feature as well. Suppose if a user want to book an appointment, right? Another example, if a user wants to get a callback, right? So these are dynamic function calls that our Mio is analyzing based on the user query and accordingly takes action, right? So this is the overall flow that we have designed. So from traditional AI chatbots, now we are into Agentic AI era where it can think on your behalf, it can take actions on your behalf with the autonomous approach, right?
Great, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Zareen. So in short, just to give you a sense, right? So what we are saying is we are not into a race of building another LLM, right? So there are a lot of LLM already in the market, those who are doing a great job. The idea for us, company like us, is how can we empower you, right? You are doing your job day in, day out. How can we make your life better? And that's the idea. Using LLMs, on top of it, giving a knowledge which you really don't have to type. There are your website, your documents, feed in, then the Meritto, where your student journey and your journey is sitting on, along with the function, and give you a great experience so that you can perform your task, right? For example, just we talked about LPU. The guardrails are in such a way that if you go and chat, okay, are you better than CU or Plaxa, it's not going to answer naturally, right? So that's kind of guardrail, and the boundaries also we have to kind of take care while building this kind of stuff. But with the 80,000 Q&A already being answered, with the 80% accuracy, we know where we are already in this journey. You should try your hand. So what we are saying is, with that, it's a one platform with an infinite possibility. You think about an agent for each of the function which you are possibly driving. An agent for an admission team to maybe verify the documents. A coach agent for a counseling team to guide them whether the call which they made is good or bad, or what should be their next action. A agent for a marketing team to nudge them where to put their next set of money, or maybe automatically build a marketing automation workflow rather than they spending their time. So it's a one platform with the infinite possibilities over a 12 months, month after month. I'm not giving you a timeline of 12 months, but month after month you will see us launching agents, because the work we did in last 1 year are going to be open up for all our customer in selected manner. With that, thank you so much for joining us today for this event. We are really, really excited to make it happen with your blessing. Thank you.
Thank you.